Alumni Award. It honors and recognizes a lifetime of service to the Lord, the body of Christ, and the world that we live in. This alum exemplifies MCC with outstanding leadership and character. The recipient of our 2015 Distinguished Alumni Award is Dr. Vernon Rogers. After graduation from Manhattan Christian College, Vernon and his wife Jody pastored in a number of churches in the Midwest. In 1968, Vernon helped start the Asia Pacific Christian Mission in Indonesia, while pastoring Hillcrest Christian Church in Granada Hills, California. This was also the season that Vernon earned his PhD and began serving on the Los Angeles Sunday School Board, which he did for 25 years. Vernon has not slowed down since graduating from Manhattan Christian College. He and Jody moved to Prescott, Arizona in 1999, and this is where Vernon continues to actively minister today by preaching, teaching, counseling, and calling on the sick and the bereaved. He also continues to serve on the Asia Pacific Christian Mission Board, and this work has taken him to teach and preach in Indonesia at least 3 times. Dr. Rogers, we are proud to call you our 2015 Distinguished Manhattan Christian College Alumni. Would you please come forward and get your award?
I'm not supposed to be here. When I graduated from high school in 1948, I enrolled in Southwest Baptist University because I wanted to become a medical doctor, and I was going to do my pre-med there. On Friday afternoon, after I had enrolled, I went back home so I could be there on the weekend. My minister had been gone on vacation, so he wasn't aware of the fact that I had enrolled in Southwest Baptist to begin a doctoral program there. When he found out, he said, Vernon, you don't belong there. You need to be at Manhattan Bible College. And I said, I do. And he said, yes, you do. The next morning, I was in his automobile along with his wife, and we were going to Bolivar, Missouri to disenroll. By that evening late, I was in Manhattan, Kansas, standing with my paper suitcase and everything I owned in it, in the middle of the parking lot, wondering, what do I do now? And from that time until this, I have been extremely thankful that Morris Streeter encouraged me and I have the bruises to still to come to Manhattan Bible College. I've never since been sorry. Because you see, it was not only here that I got my education to begin my strong love and urge for more education, but it was also here that I met my beautiful wife. She was in Bible college a year before I arrived, so I had to take her away from her boyfriend. I have the bruises. Jody and I have been married 66 years. deeply appreciative of what this school is and will be. I am certain that God has his hands upon this school. I'd like to share a little story with you in just a very short thing. I wanted to go to graduate school very badly. So I went to Southern California and started school. I went into the dean's office to enroll for my master's program. He looked at my transcript from that day. And he sat and for some time, he just looked at the transcript, and I thought, oh, well, I'm in trouble. He's not going to allow me to get started without making up some units. And then he looked up at me and he said, I want to ask you a question. Did you really take these courses? And I said, I certainly did. And he felt that the curriculum at Manhattan Bible College was so great, he actually gave me 5 units toward my master's before I even started. That's what kind of a school this is. So I want to thank you for that. I want to thank the alumni for giving me this honor. I want to thank Glenn and Jolene Short, who have been such dear friends and are here with us tonight and made it possible for us to get here. I want to recognize a very special person in my life, and that's Jason Price, who is the minister of the Preston Christian Church. I've worked with Jason now for a number of years, and Jason is a marvelous friend and pastor. Mandy Van Dalton is here. Mandy is a graduate of the Manhattan Christian College, and she's sitting right down here, and she has done an outstanding job with the children and young people at Preston Christian. And then John Calvin, who is one of our faithful elders, sitting down here with these folks. They tried to surprise me and not let me know they were going to be here tonight. But I have friends. In closing, I'd like to tell you a little story. Right after I started to Manhattan, I went home one weekend. I got an opportunity to ride with Gene Mallett. And Gene was going back to Joplin, and my hometown was just about 45 miles this side of Joplin. So he said, you just as well go back with me. And so I loaded up my suitcase. And I was so far behind because I was late getting into school that I took a whole bunch of my books home with me, so I thought I might catch up a little bit. I was dropped off at the home of a lady who became my second mother. And so she was real interested in what I was doing. She was so glad that I had decided to come home. She didn't think I'd ever come home again. And I opened up my suitcase to get something out of it, and she looked in there and she said, what are all these? And I said, well, Mom, those are some of my textbooks. She said, oh my goodness, your head's gonna pop. And it did. Thank you very much.